Unless we break below this, I'll
Okay. Good morning. Can you guys hear me? Good morning. Good morning. I paid $300. See you guys tomorrow. All right. Congratulations. Take care. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right. So essentially, on the daily, we're in pullback. If the pullback works, then we're going to continue moving upwards. So 410.50 is obviously the first important level of support on the SPY. We can just quickly take a look at the daily chart. So you can see that we're in pullback territory, and then if this candle ends up holding out and doing well, you can continue. So also, we have to realize that tomorrow we get CPI data, so it's important. I would be pretty shocked. My thought process is like, if they want it to fall on CPI data, then they're going to lift the market up. But when that happens in the day is going to be also interesting, because they could drop it for the entire day, and then towards the very end at like 3:30, they could end up bouncing it. So I'm excited to see what they do here.
Make it.
Fed members are saying that the banking system is strong and resilient. Okay. Means to add to your shorts. The chips aren't doing well. Chopping around. Chopping it around. This is very, very risky. I'm taking this is very, very risky. But it looks really good. So just make sure whatever trade I'm about to enter is light. I'm in very, very light SPY calls. Basically, I want this to remain above 411. It's really, really risky, only because it's taking long to bounce. And gonna have like a very tight stop loss on the option contract as well. This isn't a high conviction play at all. Because the momentum immediately is bearish. But we should get a pop. If they're going to let it pop, it would be quickly now. But if they don't do it, then it's going to be, they're going to bring it down to a better support level. But yeah. Especially today is the day before CPI data. So I don't think they're going to make things that easy to trade. It'll probably be, let's see. But regardless, we have to keep in mind that tomorrow is CPI and not get caught with anything drastic. NASDAQ, big red candles. The SPY and the IWM are holding support. Green. So that means if the NASDAQ can get its act together, then the SPY will also get more strength. But not a high conviction trade at all. This can just fall. So don't hold anything too crazy. Very simply, just wanted to basically see if 411 could hold a support off of this bounce. And here we are. VWAP is also holding a support, but let's see. Calls are holding value a little too well, which isn't great. So let's hope that we could get a good bounce soon so that we could de-risk ourselves. But with the calls holding value really well as it's moved down, it's not a good sign for our calls. Huge green candle off the NASDAQ. Nothing happened with the SPY. Nice. De-risk yourselves, take some profits. Got a good little bounce. Nice, take some more. Take some more profit. NASDAQ new high of day. SPY is creeping up on high of day, but this was a good trade so far. I definitely don't want to be adding into longs. So I'm expecting a pullback to 411.20, and then if 411.20 can hold, then this is going to continue up. But regardless, this was a good trade. It was not a high conviction trade because MMs should have brought the market down below 410.50, but they did not. Oh, they did not. Nice. Yeah, this was not a really high quality setup, but it worked out regardless. Oof. Ooh. 411.70 is major resistance. Contracts are up almost 40%. Things are starting to get a bit bull trappy. For 1140, 411.50 is like the last point where bulls need to hold it for a continued move up, in my opinion. But yeah. Okay. When are you going to switch to puts for a quick scalp? Since you say it's a bull trap. So, in a bullish move, the bearish moves are generally going to be much smaller than the bullish moves that come afterward. So instead of shorting, I didn't know how much further this could go down, but I knew for a fact that this was very bearish. But I didn't want to enter into shorts because I didn't know how much room there would be to go to the downside. So instead of, trying to catch a top on an overall bullish move, I would rather wait. But it was very bull trappy. That's exactly what ended up happening. Well, I wasn't expecting this big move down. Especially since tomorrow is CPI data as well. Instead of like taking a bunch of trades, blah 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 blah, like I would rather I just wanted to pick our spots at like the safest places with like good at least in the direction of the overall momentum. Can I show you guys something? My team and I made something that is probably going to get us sued. Let me see if I could. One moment.
The work we're doing will bring substantial good to society, but there's a strong chance it also leads to doomsday. The work we're doing will bring substantial good to society, but there's a strong chance it also leads to doomsday. Education is going to have to change. The work we're doing will bring education.
Okay. All right. So I hope I need to get better at this. But basically, all right. So look, this is Sam Altman. He's the he works on ChatGPT. Okay. So just check this out.
Education is going to have to change, but it's happened many other times with technology. When we got the calculator, the way we taught math and what we tested students on, that totally changed.
All right. So just heard him speak. Cool. Right.
The work we're doing will bring substantial good to society, but there's a strong chance it also leads to doomsday.
So it's hard for me to basically show, but the first video was him speaking, and then the second video is
The work we're doing
basically my team and I built a model that takes people's speech and it takes their voice and their speech and it makes it seem like they're talking. So for anybody in the world, we made it so that it could take input from any person, any speech. You can copy your friend, you could copy Kim Kardashian, you could copy Joe Rogan, you could copy any politician. So this is most likely going to get us sued. But my thought process is that it's important for this to get out into the public now, prior to, because this technology exists, but no one is bringing light to this technology. And it's important that Congress and it's important that people know that this technology is around, especially a year before elections. Because it's important, my rationale is it's good that we're bringing it out, because I don't really care about if they're going to stop this technology, I would rather it be done ASAP before the elections. Because if this technology does not get somewhat regulated, or if it just if it's just brand new technology in a year and no one talks about it, and boom, in a year you hear Trump and like saying that he loves Putin or something like that. We made it so that it sounds exactly like that, but you can't, like, we don't want people to have to deal with that technology at the time when it's most critical that they know it exists. So this is probably going to be something fun. Hopefully it brings light to the situation with this technology as well, because yeah, which is crazy.
Will bring substantial good to society, but there's a strong chance it also leads to doomsday.
It's crazy.
The work we're doing
It's
will
crazy.
bring
If, but yeah, so yeah. Yeah, it's honestly, it's scary. It's really scary stuff. So it's important, especially like no one has shed as much light on this as they should. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, so the AI guy, right? Like with that made the song. It's crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. So I hope you guys understand. I'm not trying to deceive people with this. This, if anything, is going to be something like fun. But then the main goal is like, it's important that number one, an American company brings light to this, right? Because this technology is 100% already in the hands of other countries. So if these other countries also have this technology, it's important that Americans are in, like an American company that basically has like a good heart is in control of this technology. And you know, my track record and everything, my co-founder's track record, everything speaks for itself when it comes to business and stuff. So yeah, that's going to be, this is all going to basically be my thought process and my rationale. So I hope yeah, I hope this makes sense. And this is expensive. This is pretty expensive to make, but the technology is, it's available. And if I could do it, right? I mean, like if my team and I could do it, right? Then governments, it's just a matter of time for governments to also do this. And then if I was not going to bring this to light, then can you, like, imagine how much money could have been made if I reached out, or if a really like disgusting, bad-hearted company or team reached out to like government agencies or like other large conglomerates for this technology to try to sway the masses of another country, etc., etc. So it's like, it's good that it's being done now prior to elections. That's like the most important. But yeah. Updating pics is one thing. This is another. Yeah. So this allows for moving videos to move alongside the speaker with the voice, and to change their tone and everything. The world's about to be crazy. Consider a product that can detect this type of fake refund data. Yeah. OG Ace Trader, but isn't that already a thing? Yeah, but it's not as big as it should be. Behind night. When Hamid talks the next episode. honestly, I just ran into an issue where I just didn't know what else to talk about. So then, like, just wasn't enough to talk about. I didn't know what to make the podcast about. Was it going to just be purely educational? And then I saw that I could basically just make a podcast very often based off of like my thought processes on day-to-day events, maybe in like pop culture or things like that. If you guys would be interested in that, there would also be like, because I need to create like a foundation, and like I need to post often so that eventually I could get bigger guests to come on the show as well. But I just didn't know what to do, and thinking about that was at first a waste of time. But now as I think about it, there's like a lot of material. Plus, if you guys could help, I really have no idea. Like, I don't know what direction, because there's only so much you could talk about with in terms of education, with like options and stock trading and stuff. But yeah, I could probably talk about like stories of great traders, or stories of, yeah, there's actually a lot I could do. All right, yeah, hopefully soon then, next episode. Admiral Edition. But how can we control and regulate other countries? But no, so we're not going to control and regulate it. It's just a matter of like our lawmakers on top of this before they need to be on top of this. So we're not going to be able to stop any other countries, but within the US, it's important that we know what's happening, especially the content that Americans are going to be shown. So these social media companies, they have access to allowing certain material to show up to the feeds on the phones of people's countries. So at the very least, this technology, since we can basically, I mean, like, you know, they're going to be able to see like, okay, this was created using this tool. Hopefully, that's our goal essentially, right? And then if like, and then there's also, I think someone said it in the comments, but there's ways to basically, there's going to be tools that are hopefully much better at finding this stuff. And once they do that, but to get to those tools, people need to know that this is an issue, so that those tools are also worked on as well. So, but yeah, obviously there's a lot of potential evil with this, but if regulated properly, and you know, we overcome the copyright and everything like that, then this is actually like pretty fun if it's done in a nice hearted way. We made videos, like, it's honestly, it's a blessing. It's crazy. But yeah, like, there's a lot that I'm doing basically all the time, and this is completely random. It has nothing to do with the stock market, but yeah, there's a lot of things going on. I heard about people getting fake calls from the loved ones. Yeah, crazy. Imagine the technology with deepfake. Anyone can become anyone else at any time. This is wild. Yeah, so the only thing is that it becomes very difficult to do this live. To process all of this stuff live is very, 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 very difficult. So that's the only thing that is preventing people from being on like FaceTime with like a fake AI. But once, it's gonna be scary, because you'll literally be on the phone live with Joe Rogan without any or like on a Zoom call. You could be on a Zoom call with Joe Rogan. It's gonna be crazy. Hopefully, should be good. But yeah, definitely. Like this summer, I'm like almost 100% certain I'm going to get sued. So yeah, then I'll just. Yeah, lawmakers are, they're still trying to get assimilated with crypto. So we want to at least try to get some sort of, because this technology in the wrong hands is very, very detrimental. So that's why an American company bringing this technology to light, hopefully, it works out. Hamid, why not be your own first guest? You could apply to Joe Rogan for real. I'd love an episode about stocks. Nah, yeah. I would love to eventually, but yeah, not. Uh, Sorry guys, I have to really leave. Shoot. All right, really sorry. Let me look at levels for today. Basically, as long as this remains above 410.50, that was the reason why I was trying to go long initially during the day. 410.50 held, 411 held, and then we had this big pop to the upside. Contracts ended up going 55%. I wanted to go long over here. I was trying to fix my stream back up, but this I wanted to go long, and then we ended up having a pop. Let me just look at the daily levels. Yeah, I mean, 410.50, 411. As long as that holds, we can continue flying, like bouncing up higher. Then we start getting some resistance around 412.50, 413. Basically, if we don't get a strong pop today, then it's going to be really just like, we're going to have to wait for CPI data, but let me just show you guys. Show you guys my thought process. So this is the daily candle for today. All right. If this candle does not become very bullish, or at least closes above 412, 412.50, then what this candle will end up looking like is a small green candle. So then tomorrow, say for example, we only close at 411, like 70 right here, right? So we open on right here for the next day. So now the setup is here. We have a failure to break above resistance. We have the next day a red candle. The next day a failure to continue to break above resistance off of a bounce. And then Wednesday, post CPI data. So obviously now CPI data takes precedent over everything else. But with CPI data, if we didn't have CPI data, then if we opened at 411.70 or whatever, right? This is not a setup that I would really want to go long. If you did want to go, like, basically, we have until today and tomorrow to hold 410.50 for a tight bounce. So tomorrow, right, if you were to go long, your stop loss would be today's low of day. So if you open at 411.70, your stop loss, you would want it to remain above the low of today, which is the low of the prior day. Otherwise, this is just a very ugly setup, which shows that the momentum is falling lower. And then tomorrow, easily the momentum can fall lower. But that's basically what you would be doing. So that's why it would just be much, much easier for this setup to just be bullish. So today, it would be easier if the MMs just ripped it up, fake people out, and then if CPI data is bearish or bad, then it would be a bull trap. So regardless, my thought process is the market should be bouncing. All right. All right, guys. I gotta head out. Love you guys. Take care. I'll be collecting letters in jail. I'm just kidding. All right, love you guys. Take care. Just be calm. Don't overtrade today. We have CPI data coming out tomorrow. We made a good trade. Don't do anything drastic. All right. Take care. Love you guys. See you guys tomorrow.